You're now tuned into STWF TV, the Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
Five, four, three, two, one.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's your boy, Coach Lee, back up in the house. Back at it like we're mad at it. We got my man, Meta Wide. What's going on today, brother?
What up, man? This came off my journey, through the woods. You know what I'm saying? No mosquito bites, no bites at all. We here. It's Monday, baby. Get your grind on, get your shine on. You heard?
Already, man. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Parlay Perspective. Got a full action, man. Got a lot of stuff to cover tonight.
Summertime, baby. In some sports, they say kind of die off, but they don't. Father time defeats that, and there ain't no father time in the summertime.
That's true. That's true. And the good thing for us, the meat of the show is obvious. The bunch of NBA moves we had today. So hang out with a little bit. That's going to be the middle part of the show. But before that, have you been World Cupping?
I've been World Cupping, man. I'm so sad that the watch party aspect of like the big stage is over. But there's still watch parties in Boston, but getting to the knockout round. So they knew that knockout round would probably get crazy, so they shut that down right on the 26th.
Okay.
I've been World Cupping though.
So I think Brazil beat Japan 2-1.
Yeah, Brazil beat Japan 2-1. Wasn't an easy coming. Japan scored first in the first half. Second half, Brazil was able to capitalize early in the second half, and then get a game winner in extra time to defeat Japan and send Japan packing into the crib. Won a World Cup for Japan. Brazil, one of the top contenders, still alive in this knockout session. You had Canada yesterday defeat South Africa. Canada, who should have been playing at home, had to go outside the country to play this game due to a couple mistakes on their behalf. But they was able to win as well. So Canada and Brazil advanced in the knockout rounds. And we had probably the shocker of the knockout round so far, Paraguay. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. But they defeated Germany today. You know how the Germans are about this football. The first time the Germans have lost in 50 years in a shootout in the World Cup. So this is big. This is huge for the soccer world. This is huge for that country. And to advance at this point of the tournament is dope. Messes up a couple brackets. And I think there's more to come in that aspect. I think one thing that soccer probably doesn't have, maybe depending on your team, is the parity of it. In this tournament, so far to me, I feel like teams have been playing respectable. The teams that are kind of ranked low, they've been respectable. And the teams that may have had a good high before the World Cup probably sucked and just had good fans like Scotland, or, you wasn't ready at all like Haiti. So, in all these countries get to have 3 good games to start off, and then now is the serious mode. The teams that were built to kind of be in this situation, I can't wait for Wednesday for the USA to play, man. Morocco and the Netherlands are playing right now, I believe. I don't know the score of the game. I know it just started probably a few minutes ago. So that's going on today. 3 games on slate today, and I believe there's 4 tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Rockland, Netherlands starts at 9, so you got a couple 20, 25 minutes before that goes on. Brazil, Japan was a pretty good fight, pretty good match. But that Germany Paraguay game was great. They went down to OT and then penalty kicks, and yeah, man, even the penalty kicks was back and forth, man. It looked like it was about to be a wrap. Paraguay went up 2 in the penalty kicks, and then out of nowhere, They missed one, then one got stopped, and Germany got back in it, but Paraguay comes away with the win. It's a huge upset.
So Paraguay scored the first. They scored the first goal in the penalty stage.
In the PK, yes. I believe so.
That's good. If that stays well, I haven't checked it yet. But I could have betted for Paraguay and for Germany not to score first.
Look at this guy.
I should have known when he asked me that it wasn't about football, about gambling.
Yes, but in all, man, I got my USA gear ready for Wednesday. Good challenge against statistically not probably an easy match, but nothing's easy in the World Cup. After the little third game against Turkey and Turkey did their thing, nothing is safe here. So USA come prepared, come ready to win, and get at least to the second round, man. But in all, man, from the love to the atmosphere to the games to the bar staying out late here to the crimes being on one side of the city, but now on the other side, crime's gonna be crime. Very, very impressed with the World Cup. I'm happy that I was able to, be part of some festivities and things of that nature. But if the party don't stop, baby, Boston got plenty of places that you can go watch these games at. Argentina against Cape Verde, I think tomorrow, and a couple places that's gonna be rocking. Cape Verde, I'm putting $1 on them because I know they plus like 1,800 to win.
Yeah, it's rough for them. Yeah, their Cinderella story's probably gonna come to an end tomorrow. But it's been fun while it lasted. Yeah, a lot of parity this year. It's been a fun tournament.
I was listening to one of the national syndicated shows earlier. I can't remember which one it was, but they were mentioning how the advancement of Team USA soccer quality has been over the last few years, due largely because of they get a lot of athletes now.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of athletes.
A lot of guys used to go play, baseball, basketball, football. Soccer was a distance. Now you're getting those guys who probably could have been receivers or DBs or something in football, or guards in basketball, or shortstops in baseball because of the footwork. Then you have them playing. So I went in and I took a bit of a dive. I didn't realize how diverse ethnicity-wise Team USA was.
Oh, they're from everywhere. I mean, the team reflects the country, honestly.
Yes.
And you don't get that compared to other countries, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to that as well. And the fact that I believe from what I've heard and seen that, a couple changes at positions, getting players that probably play international compared to getting your guys that play maybe MLS soccer, or guys that are not as good as, the guys outside the country. So this is good for the USA, and it's the fact that it's on USA soil is even dope. So you got well more than fair field advantage here. That doesn't mean nothing, but to have the support of America in front of you is pretty dope as well, and that can be used as leverage.
I was gonna say this too. The main difference for the American team is that now it used to be like you had one really good player or a couple good players, mostly MLS guys for the USA team. Most of the starters on our team, USA, play overseas in good clubs. So like good team, Premier League. I think a couple are in Bundesliga, La Liga, and what's the other one? There's one other one that everyone loves. But yeah, so our players are over there playing, and it shows, man. It shows. I saw a great story. I don't know if y'all seen this, but a great story about the journey of Freeman, one of our players, Freeman, and that's Antonio Freeman's son.
He looked just like his dad.
Look just like him.
Chip off the block.
Yeah. But apparently, and he even chose to play football, just not the same football. And he's his rise has been great, man. It's been fascinating to see. Serie A, there you go. Thank you. Serie A, yep.
Serie
A. Yeah, so yeah, man, like our players are actually playing overseas now. They're actually playing meaningful footy. And they're playing against some of the best in the world. Like, especially if you're in the Premier League. It's of my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people's opinion. Premier League is the best league in the world in terms of a league for soccer. And yeah, we got a couple guys over there doing their thing. Let me see. Until U.S. soccer gets out of the best athletes mentality and does what other countries do, which is focus technically. Yeah. Like, they got to be trained from younger to play this game. Like, I don't think people realize, like, you watch the World Cup, some of these guys, man, the ball is not even an object. It's just a part of their body. Like, they move so well. And they have that because they've had a ball at their feet since they could walk. We don't necessarily have that in America yet.
Oh man. Another little World Cup news as well. We talked about Cape Verde. Y'all can hear me? Sorry. Okay, so Cape Verde, one of their star players, actually the captain of the team, Ryan Mendez, accused of sexually assaulting a woman who worked for the team as a translator during matches played in New Zealand in March. Crazy that it comes days before their big matchup, one of the biggest matchups probably in Cape Verdean history, unless they advance, and that'll be the biggest matchup. But that's just something maybe maybe to look at after if they advance. Maybe it'll be more information on it, but that's all the information I can provide.
Until you say my opinion of soccer, I'm not surprised, Mike.
Must be Monday.
Okay. Let's see. Next thing we got going on. Somebody sent me a note to mention something for them, so let's get ready for James NASCAR. Yeah.
I had half a mind to stop that. He ain't here doing his niche. We ain't niched it.
I almost did, but I'm like, he sent me some work.
It's dumb.
So Jake sent me, if I can put it up here, hold on a second.
How we gonna understand it without the white man?
We got half of you.
It's not enough. It's not enough for this sport. You need full.
So he wanted to make a point that Denny Hamlin has actually finally overtook Tyler Reddick, and he is the first in points leader.
That's what this dude made sure you got this in here because he's a fanboy. This is how diabolical his fandom is.
So, I'll tell you your motive behind it.
Oh, look, I guarantee you, had it not been Denny Hamlin moving up, you wouldn't have got no work for this week because he's not here. It's because it's
He would have been upset. He would have been upset. He would have been a sad puppy dog. I mean, he would have just been normal because I don't think. If there was a race yesterday, or maybe he gave you the results of that. But in all, man, hey, shout out to Jake. We'll see you soon, and I'm happy that you still, when the show come on, you ain't here. You bring something to the table, man. So I could be happy about that. Shout out to you.
So Hamlin turns.
So Hamlin, he finished 26 at Sonoma. And Tyler Reddick had a steering failure, which dropped him to last. So that's what happened. Then you had Shane Van Gersbergen sweep the Sonoma weekend, holding off Chase Briscoe for another road course win. And Ryan Blaney launches On the Gas. It's a new NASCAR YouTube series debuting Wednesday, featuring celebrity guests.
You see this?
NASCAR is getting into NASCAR's trying to pick up some speed, man. They're coming out. The first 9 weeks have been dope. The same race has been winning races, coming out with series. And on top of that, you get a lot more people interested. I got some news. Jake loves when I bring some news or intakes on things. Guy Fieri, I know him. Fool guy.
Yep.
Probably talk about him on the
drive-ins and dives.
Absolutely. Well, it was announced Friday that him, which he is an Emmy Award-winning television host, has joined the NASCAR team as a strategic owner, with his signature spiky bleach blonde hair. Ferry is known as the host of Food Network's Dine-Ins, and things like that. He says motorsports and cars have always had that raw energy I love, and the people, the passion, the culture, and the speed. And Legacy Motor Club, which I'm thinking that's the name, is building something different, and I want to be part of it. It's more than the racing. It's about creating a brand that connects with fans everywhere, from track to track to the table. Let's go. Got you, Jizzy Jake.
Okay. There you go, Jake. That's your NASCAR niche.
We out of here. Final lap.
All right. MLB Power Rankings, top 5. So I didn't realize because they had already, I forgot they had moved the baseball calendar. We are already at the halfway point.
Mm-hmm. All these sports have been reigning supreme, and baseball can come slide in a little bit.
So that's when it's getting pretty close to nut cutting time, when teams start making moves, and you either say, I got a chance to try to close it out strong, or let's get ready for next year. Number 5 in the latest power rankings, we have the Philadelphia Phillies?
Best,
You said got a problem with that too.
No, I don't because these guys are so talented, and sometimes the talent maybe blurs for them at times. I mean, it's been an uptick for them. You know, they've been hot the last month or so. You know, consistent that is. I like this team, and I say it again. I went to Fenway last year, and I thought this was the best team on paper in baseball. And I still think they're one of the best teams in baseball, but I just think for them, I just think sometimes it gets in the way. And that can happen to all good baseball teams, you know what I'm saying? Something doesn't hit. So get through the second half of the season, and they fairly should be in the top 5. I have no problem with that.
What would you contribute to them being in the top 5? You think I think it's probably a combination of Bryce Harper, Schwarber, and Derek Hill?
Yes, Schwarber's had a hell of a June. There was one game where he knocked out 4 home runs in less than 24 hours. 3 in one game. So he's definitely been on tear. He's 33 and he's getting older, and his team's getting older, but it just seems like they still have it. And that's probably, since I probably answered my own question. The age is hitting them, but they have so much great baseball talent over there, so it's fire as hell. Schwarber might get to 60 home runs this season, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a good pace for it. He's already moved into the top 10 on the franchise home run list. So, like I said, they have great talent over there. It's just a matter of matchups and them being able to execute.
Okay. You are a Angels fan, right?
I am a loser Angels fan. Losers again. Trout hurt again. Yeah. It's never gonna get right in Los Angeles. Go back to Anaheim.
Okay. Well, number 4 is the New York Yankees.
Oh, man. Public service announcement. They need that guy back.
Yep.
there. And I've seen a couple things during the week from the Yankees that Steinbrenner, the OG Steinbrenner, will be rolling in his grave right now. And we see some of the actions and some of the things we've seen from lollipops in the dugout. Jazz Chisholm, he's acting like an NBA star right now. Somebody that wants to that can get pushed out immediately. But that's besides the point. The Yankees played in a 4-game series or a 3-game against the Red Sox. And the Red Sox are a team last year that tried to find their groove at this same point in the season. And for the Yankees, they call themselves the contenders every year. And you not lose not 1, not 2, but you got swept by the Red Sox. And that's no disrespect to the Red Sox, but you cannot win World Series. I don't care if it's regular season. You losing to your rival like that. This is a regular game when these two teams play. This is a top-notch rivalry. And the way you came out there, though, last night's game was fire. You know what I'm saying? Late game heroics from the Red Sox. Can't do that, man. I was disappointed when I seen it because it's just like every year they have aspirations to try to win. They want to win. And it falls in the middle of the season that you're not going to win. Though you get to the playoffs and all that stuff. Steinbrenner, roll in your grave, man, because I don't know what the hell's going on. But they need Aaron Judge back because it's definitely showing. Though the record shows differently, this team, I don't know.
Fuck the Yankees.
Number 3, the Atlanta Braves. They still elite.
My Braves.
But they're slipping due to offensive struggles and injuries.
My NL team.
Yeah. Lost the little diamond bet against the Giants the other night. But yeah, their last year was a complete washout for them, injuries and all. This year, at times it looks like it's gonna be a runaway for them. But they're around 500 still in June, which is not bad. They've had bad stretches. They're hitting a lot of balls. They're hitting a lot of home runs. Only the Yankees have homered more often than them. And the Rays in this month have homered less often than the Braves. Power bats will really come in July. It gets nice out. It gets hot. So we'll really see them bats start to flourish a little bit more. Atlanta's in a good spot.
Braves need pitching at the deadline, man. They got to find
they do.
some help pitching. It's not been great. Honestly, in the last 15 games, the Braves have not been scoring very many runs. They're scoring 2.73 runs per game in 15 games since June 10th. That's the lowest mark in baseball. The next closest is 3.06 in 17 games, the Mariners. So it's not good, man. They got to figure it out. But they're still considered a top 5 team, which means they just got to plug up some holes and get right back into the pennant race.
True that.
They're basically right now, them, and we'll mention 2 other teams in a second. They're battling in terms of that bye for the National League. The tops of the tops.
Mm-hmm.
Who you think is number 2, Toot?
The boring ass San Antonio Spurs. I mean the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, Blue.
You are correct, sir. Brewers rise at number 2, but they're boosted by Jacob Misiorowski's record-setting 105.5 miles per hour pitch.
Bro, he goes and throws like 15, 20, 25 straight pitches of 100 miles or more. Like, there's guys out there. I forget who he faced someone the other day who said, well, hopefully we see a lot of fastballs, and then proceeded to get struck out 2 different times on just fastballs. So they can't catch up to the guy. He's throwing it as hard as basically humanly possible.
Yeah, Tommy John's on the rise. Hopefully not. You know what he reminds me of? You know what he has similarity to? Just the way he's built. Randy, but like a Tim Lincecum, like when he first came into the league. Like,
he's way bigger than Tim.
No, way bigger, but in the sense of I'm just like, from the jersey gear to I just feel like he just gives me he's obviously I feel like probably a better prospect in a sense, but he's a new guy to the plate. So I feel like Tim had that coming in as a new guy. It's like you just said. Yeah, well, hope he gets some fastballs, and this motherfucker seems to be fucking throwing $90, $100 power hour fastballs at your fucking head. And I say Tommy John because shit, how long do you throw like that? Yeah.
Unless I don't know the history. He might have already gotten it, and that's why he's throwing this hard, because you can throw harder with the Tommy John.
Definitely a Cy Young participant, though. Definitely a Cy Young.
Could you imagine if he didn't get the Tommy John yet, and he does get it, he can come back potentially throwing 108. This guy is crazy. It's unbelievable watch. I think there's been like 15, like the top 15 pitchers that are over 100 miles an hour. He's all of them on the list.
He's all of them. He's 9-3. He's 9-3. Second, tied for second in the league. ERA is 1.45, which is first in the league. Major league. 146 Ks, which is first in the major league, and his WHIP is .77, which is first in the MLB. So right now he's reigning supreme. He's the pitcher right now of all pitchers. The Dim de la Creme, probably.
All right. So who's left for number 1?
The money makers, the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Nah, it's the 2020s Yankees. That's annoying.
Yes, they're number 1 in MLB rankings, and Mookie Betts has hit his 300th career home run.
Shout out to Mookie, man. Wish he did it here. It's where he should have done it, but it is what it is. I wish him the best.
They survived the scare the other day. Kyle Tucker exited Monday's game with some back spasms. Doesn't expect to be on the injured list, but makes it a bad season debut because this was his debut. You don't want that to set back. You're getting your players back, so he's trying to get in the form, and you don't want no setbacks from players that's already been hurt trying to get in the lineup, like Mookie Betts, because Mookie Betts missed some games to start the season. So he's coming back, and he's warming himself up. Ohtani's warming himself up, and the Dodgers are warming themselves up. So hopefully he's good because he's getting paid a lot of money, $55 million, a lot of money. And that's the type of money that you don't want somebody just sitting out, especially the way the Dodgers spend money. You don't want that. So, Dodgers, number 1, of course. I think like at 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, even last year, we was probably saying the Dodgers are probably the best team in baseball. That's just. And I guess money rules the world in the aspect of that. But it's still some season left to go. Who's going to challenge them? We just named 4 out of the 5 in the top rankings were NL teams. So those teams are definitely going to compete with them to try to get to the World Series for sure.
And Dale's still in the comments?
Dale.
You say they're crying.
Yeah.
MLB sucks too, except for former LSU players. Yeah, Schemes need to go from Pittsburgh, man. Yeah, they're not giving no support at all. So
that's what you get for being at Pittsburgh, playing baseball.
Game's about to start. Appreciate you, P Dollar. Enjoy the game, and you went to a game the other night, man. I seen pictures of you and your little boy, at the game, man. So that's dope, man. Let me get $20.
LSU related.
Yeah, it's LSU related. LSU signing Nathaneal Davis has withdrawn from the MLB Draft. He's going to choose to join LSU instead.
He's going to ping it. Okay. He wants the metal bats.
We all know why he's going to LSU. That money reigns supreme over there. The money shake trees, and they want him to be the reason possibly that LSU comes back from the dead, because they were completely dead last year in college baseball.
Bums.
New champion this year.
Come to LSU. Come to LSU. Sell insurance later.
And why he wants to be great. Get out of here, Dale. Go home, Dale.
Yeah.
Go home, Roger. Hold on.
Your ass.
How's Dale doing? Is he still on injury reserve?
Yeah, why isn't he back? What did you catch? Ebola? Get healthy. What the fuck's going on?
That's what happened when you do black socks and stool stuff.
I hit my head and broke my arm. Was here the next show.
You know what? Valid point.
Valid.
What you talk about? Got a little sniffles, little cough?
I essentially had a blood transfusion.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was back.
Unless my man got a new set of jugs and she ain't trying to let him come on the show. But
I'm not talking basketball. We ain't even talk basketball yet.
We ain't talk basketball yet. That's the crazy thing.
That's it. The rest of this show's about basketball. That's it. We're done. The rest of this show, basketball. Let's go. What's next?
You want to know what's next, brother? You want to know what's
trades?
Next, brother? God doggone trades.
Trades. So many trades.
You are correct, my friend. You are correct. Booyah!
Crazy. This is a crazy one.
Appreciate that, Dale. You set it up just right.
My God.
So how surprised are y'all of this trade? First of all, I thought we all knew the job was going to get traded.
Yeah. But
me recently, I remember all the stuff that the Trailblazers went through back with Damon and Rasheed and Bunzy.
Yeah, Bunzy crazy ass.
So I was surprised that they traded for him, because it sounded like Portland hadn't got over that last rendition of the Trailblazers. And you bring a guy that's in that notorious to be iron play.
You giving the gun guy the name Blazers instead of him City.
You definitely can. You definitely can, because despite all that, last year it kind of looked like it was like a little better in terms of that. I mean, Memphis was probably already done with him, but he kind of was auditioning for his new team. The problem with this was that his value kind of sank with all this, all the problems and everything else. So you look at the table when he got traded today, he got traded for Jeremy Grant, a guy that kind of got mixed out of the rotation in Portland, you know what I'm saying, and other guys who was stepping up, and he came back and he still got some game, but there was no value in that. And that's good for the Blazers going to grab Ja, because it tells me that you're somewhat trying to move the needle after that playoff appearance, and the fact that you still got first-round draft picks, and you got players you need to move. You're not done yet.
Nah, they're not done.
The GM that we got reports of cheap, no playoff shirts and no planes, no commercial, all this private planes, all this stuff. He's doing it for a reason. He's trying to get the Blazers back to where they were. And honestly, the Damon Stoudemire, Rasheed Walls of the world, no disrespect to Dame Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge and Brandon Roy and those boys, but that was like the Blazers. Like, I messed with those Blazers. Young Jermaine O'Neal, Ruben Patterson, Bonzi Wells. Like, maybe you need that kick back in Portland to make Portland as a basketball town feel good again, and the Blazers to be good again. And you're doing good. You got some pieces. You got a good major piece today in Ja Morant. He got hella game. Still could put up 15 to 20 points on the clip. Yeah, this is dope, and you didn't have to give up nothing.
I got a
So
question.
the question
though.
is for Portland, what do they give up now?
I got a question though.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Ja Morant for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. I thought
The answer's 4. Go ahead, sorry.
But you got a crowded backcourt. You got Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday, Scoot Henderson, and now Morant.
That's why I threw the 4 up.
Who's getting moved next?
I knew where that was going. Scoot. They probably gonna move Scoot. Unless now normally in the NBA, unless you do a 3-team trade, if you trade for somebody, you can't trade them again for another 40 days. I think it is.
Something like that.
I initially thought that they picked up Ja to send to us for Jalen. It's going to take a little while if that's the case. And I think Jalen's probably going to get moved before that. So, or maybe not. I don't know. But this is a fascinating move because at the very best, you end up with 2 of these point guards. And it's probably Ja and Dame, the guys on the screen. And even that's a weird situation. I mean, you can go small and play 1 at the 2, 1 at the 1. But I hate to tell everybody, neither of these dudes play any real defense. So, like, I mean, I know we all love to see Josh chase down blocks, and he gets those. That is a form of defense. But he's not a great on-ball defender. And Dame isn't either. So, fascinating team. They got Denny Avdija up there. I love Denny. Denny's he's nice. And so that's 2 little pieces. But here's the thing. Everybody, rightfully so, wants to speak about Ja's off-the-court problems, right? And they are problematic. I hope he's doing better now. Somebody got to put a battery in it. Is that what?
That's true.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
With the hood chirp.
My dog. With the chirp. Here's my thing about Ja, though. It's not just the off-court shit. Because now it's on-court. The court that he's barely on. So
When's the last time he played a full season?
The answer, I'm pretty sure, is
3
never.
4 years ago?
If that.
Who Dame or Ja?
Ja. Dame, too. So they have 2 great talents in the backcourt. One of them is ancient now at this point, and the other one is a knucklehead, and both of them are always hurt. So what this tells me, though, is that they're not big on Scoot. I can see Portland moving Scoot for sure, just as Mike said. Yeah. But I don't understand this move. Pairing Ja with Avdija, cool. But I feel like you could have did better. Ja isn't even that good. No, see, that part, this is what always happens with you, Mike. You let your hate about a person make you say things that don't make no sense. Ja Morant is a great player. He's just not staying out of trouble. Like, he can't get his shit together. In terms of a passer, in terms of being a passer, he's one of the better passers in the league. One of the most athletic guys in the league. His jumper is better than, like, we expected when he came out. Ja is a really good basketball player. It's not that he's a bad basketball player. It's just that he's a head case.
He the most games he's played in the season is 67.
That's what I was saying. Like, he's never been a guy. So I'm saying he's never been a guy who played. Bro, he is 6'2", 6'3", like 165, 70 pounds. He's basically built like Iverson.
Right, and he's going into the rim. He's playing above the rim.
He's flying all over the court for no reason.
He's played 79 games in the last 3 years.
It's not good, man. It's just not good.
I think it'll be good for the Blazers if they're trying to go in the direction of being good and better. You got a guy that's going to have to be defended in Ja. You got a guy that's got to be defended in Denny. If they keep Clingan soon enough, there's going to be somebody that has to cover him. You forget they got Shop. Even if they keep Drew's a good defensive guy. If they keep Dame and don't keep Drew, you got somebody that can kind of keep the locker room stirring, kind of keep Ja in the right direction. You can let Scoot go, you know what I'm saying, along with a package for somebody maybe. But in all, if you have an opportunity to get Ja Morant, I'm going to go get him. And if you're telling me I only got to give up Jeremy Grant and Keegan Murray's brother, I'm going to do that 8 times a week, even though there's 7 days a week. I don't care how overrated he might be. Overrated to me is somebody that's going to go out there and score 8. Y'all's not going to average 8 a game. He's not going to do that.
No, I mean, he was in MVP conversations at one point. He was averaging 27 and like 7. The next season, 26 and 8. The next season, 25-8. Bro, you're not telling me he's not a good ball player doing that, man. Is he a winning ball player? That remains to be seen. As of right now, the answer is no. Not a winning ball player. But he is, in fact, a good player. He just got to figure this shit out, man. And what we got here?
This is some speculation that's going around as far as the Hornets are possibly exploring a Jaylen Brown blockbuster after moving Melo and Bridges.
Yeah, except like I'm pretty sure one of the reasons he would ever want to be there was Melo.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. I mean, here's the other thing. How do you get Jaylen? What are you giving us to get Jaylen? Because you've already let two pieces that we would probably want walk out the door.
Yeah.
You traded them. I assumed the deal if it was a deal with them, I assumed the deal would have been Melo, Bridges, maybe one other player, and some picks. So if you trade two of the main pieces that anybody would want, because now Charlotte, if you call us, Charlotte, for Jaylen Brown, if you call us, if I'm Brad Stevens, if the beginning of this conversation doesn't start with Con Knipple coming to Boston, I hang up the phone.
So I'm looking at some package potentials. Because they're saying that Charlotte wants to build around Knipple, Brandon Miller, and Kobe White.
Right.
But they said the Celtics trade motivation is that obviously, they've been trying to move Brown already, but they also want to add Naz Reid to the front court.
We want Naz Reid.
Yes.
We should have did a fucking deal with Minnesota there.
Potential package. Insider suggests Charlotte could offer a mix of useful players like Reid, expirable salaries, and a stockpile of first-round draft picks.
It's not enough, in my opinion, man. You're taking too much of a loss there.
Yeah.
The deal from Charlotte, the deal that I probably would have wanted would have been Melo and Con in a pick or two. Like Naz Reid, cool. Naz Reid fits our system, but Naz Reid isn't replacing Jaylen Brown. I promise. So now the best deal that I keep seeing floated around for Jaylen is honestly the Blazers deal. But the Blazers don't want to give Klingon in that deal, and we want Klingon.
I saw another one, but if I was Boston, there's no way I would even entertain it.
What was it?
It involves Jamal Murray and Cam Johnson.
So I saw one that was Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson. If that came with picks, I don't hate that. Jamal Murray just had the best season of his career. He scored 25 a game. He brings shooting that is honestly, in my opinion, a better shooter than Jaylen Brown. And then Watson can really defend, and he's only 23 and already looking really good. He, like when Joker was out last year, he kind of carried them. So, so I answer the phone on that one. But the picks, if it's just those two players, the picks have to be. They may never pick in the first round again.
That's what I'm saying. About. And that's like the thing. They may never. The Celtics want picks, man. So you got to look at teams that first own their own picks. And for everybody talking about the LaMelo thing and all this and that, it was 3 pick swaps. To me, Minnesota is better than Charlotte for sure, but they're pick swaps. They're not guaranteed picks that just go to you. And that's why, I mean, the Celtics probably didn't want no pick swaps. You know what I'm saying? Because more than likely they had pick swaps for the next guy. And Jaylen Brown, the way he's played, is not that type of guy. So the Celtics, if they want 4 picks, go get the 4 picks. If you can't maximize that, then this man, Jaylen Brown, is going to be in Boston for another season. But this is what I got to say about Jaylen Brown. This is history shattering right here. This is like the 3rd, 4th time that he's been in trade talks, and he might end up in Boston still. Mm-hmm. He's probably the most professional athlete of all time. Mm-hmm. And this is he hasn't even been in the league 10. Has he been in the league 10 years yet? No.
Yeah. Just about. But it's like you go through all this and you're still able to, and next year it'll prove itself if he's out there still balling, still producing, that in the business, he's just going about it the way he is. Yeah, he's throwing jabs, he's throwing shots, but what person wouldn't when the team 3 times wants to try to get rid of him? And it's the management of the Celtics. It's not Brad Stevens. I don't think it's Masula and none of that. I think it's the new general management that got this big-ass bill on them
And the Celtics signed Tatum and Jalen to all this money that they're trying to get out of some of that money.
The thing about the Jalen situation is I don't think the league values him as much as we do. He's a good player. He got a finals MVP. But I think everyone who understands the game of basketball realizes that, like, he's not the best player on his team. The one time that he was the best player on his team, I'll give him that. He led us to the playoffs. We were a good team. But I just don't know if you're giving up 4 first-round picks, that player has to come and immediately give you credibility to win it all. I don't think Jalen is the type of player that you plug him in on any team, and now that team is a contender. I don't believe that.
I'm happy you said that, Will. I'm happy you said that because I say it all the time. Like, teams value people differently. And we had a funny conversation about Saints, like, Hall of Famers on their team. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. But this is what I say sometimes. Like, teams value people. They value Jaylen Brown as the ultimate piece. Third overall pick in the draft. And you look at that draft, and it's like, who's really where he is? You know? So that in its own. And then you look at the NBA value, people are saying analytics, he's the 7th best player on the Celtics. Come on. But
that's just stupid.
But that's stupid. But like to other teams, they may not think that they're gonna get number 1 success with him. Number 2, number 3 success may be his ceiling. But number 2 on the Celtics is like being number 1 because you know Jason Tatum at sometimes is gonna kind of get flustered, and that's where you lead. Stay in Boston if you want, but if Portland calls again, if I'm Brad, I'm telling them, give me everything. And the Blazers, I'm like, okay, I'll give you everything except for Denny. Cleveland is not pushing the thread for the Blazers. Get rid of him. Bring him to Boston. Hey, listen. Even if you pick Robert Williams back in the little mix too, just to bring him a big man. You know what I'm saying? You settle.
You know why they're struggling with getting rid of Clingan? It's because he does have a high ceiling. He seems like he has a lot of potential. But I think the Blazers just see Arvydas Sabonis and they're in love and they don't want to let him go.
That's true.
They don't want to let him go. They look at him every time and they see Arvydas Sabonis and they're like, nah, man, we can't give up on the kid. So he may not be leaving because of that. I agree with you. I don't think he moves the needle enough to say I'm not going to give him up for fucking Jaylen Brown. But I think I understand why they're doing that. They got a love affair with Arvydas.
What's this dude doing on the screen, man?
Yeah.
Nah. Shout out to LeBron, man. Hey, living legend, baby.
For what?
I'm probably about to get some hate mail after this segment. So, scenarios. You can have a Lakers return. They still say, him staying in LA is why I believe to be his preferred choice due to the family and lifestyle. Mm-hmm. But we're signing him limits their ability to form to reshape their own roster around Doncic and Reeves. But if they let him walk, it's $51.5 million in cap space. So you can do a full roster overhaul. Would you want him back to LA too?
For us to move forward, I would like for him to come back, but for us to move forward, we can't kind of get into the situation where we got with Kobe. But I think the Lakers are a better team than the team that was constructed when they gave Kobe the extra guap. You know what I'm saying? That he probably didn't deserve, but he was a lifetime Laker, so he got it. But if we're under construction, and as long as LeBron's there, I'm still gonna feel that way. So letting him go kind of opens Luka Island and getting guys that would be in prefer Luka. You didn't get Luka for no reason. You got on the team with LeBron for a little bit, but listen here, this man's played 20-plus years in the league. I think to the service of him to go to another team and try to hoist that team up and perhaps get them in contention to try to win another title with the pieces they have already. We'll see what happens tonight because there's a big mega battle right now out west for Jalen Duran. Jalen Duran doesn't like what Detroit's offering him, and he's going to meet and talk to the Lakers as soon as free agency starts tonight.
I think Jalen Duran's a terrible fit for y'all. Y'all got 2 guys. If Braun goes back, y'all got 2 guys who love to pass, and Jalen Duran's ass is can't stand in the corner and hit nobody.
I think if the Lakers, I think the Kings are going to try to maximize it because the Kings, he wants to go to Sacramento. I think if they
said no one ever,
if they have any interest in Durant, where the Lakers have this magical amount of money to give him, LeBron's leaving. LeBron's gone.
Yeah.
If they don't get Durant, that means they're going to go for a couple weeks, chill. LeBron said that this is the funny thing, and everybody keeps pitting LeBron in the media. LeBron already set a plan to when he was even going to start talking again. And it was after kind of like July 4th. So it's still in June. So realistically, of course, with LeBron, it's going to be the media hype. You know, the Warriors might go get him. Well, guess what? The Warriors wanted Kristaps Porzingis for $20 million. You can't go get LeBron now unless you do some extra work. And
no, they did, though. They did, though. That's what I was going to say next. There's a rumor out there because they are doing some cap work. First and foremost, a deal that he definitely should have took the option on. Draymond declined his year 5 option in that contract, or whatever year option it was in that contract. I think that saves them like 27 to 32 million that he's not taking that deal. It's
27.7.
It's 27.7. I was close. So it looks like they're gonna take that money. Now here's the kicker part. They're gonna try to get LeBron to go there
for the mid-level exception.
But they're also gonna try to go out and get Ant Davis.
Would they have to give up Jimmy B for that?
No, but you give up Jimmy B. Why would you do But if you're Washington, why would you do that? If this guy isn't going to play this year, you just dealt with Trae Young and Anthony Davis not even playing. So why would you even trade for Jimmy Butler, who may not have played this season? That's what I'm saying. The Warriors kind of
because those guys still aren't going to play. Anthony Davis ain't going to be playing.
And Draymond did decline the option, but they made a couple deals this afternoon, which kind of affects it in a sense. But if Draymond did all that and Draymond's not part of the clan that brings LeBron and AD here, then that makes sense.
Maybe unless he takes a cut and signs like for cheap so that the team could be better. He could possibly do that.
If LeBron in his mind say, I'm gonna sign the mid-level exception, it has to be a broader landscape than the Lakers. But the Lakers kind of, in a sense, can kind of offer him that money that he wants, that 1 year, $30 to $50 million situation. And LeBron, you know, is he at a stage of his career when it's like, hey, I'll sacrifice taking $15 million to go try to get another one? Or, like you said, home stability, the fact that I am him in terms of everybody in this generation, and take the $50 million and say, hey, I'm living. You can't say nothing to me.
Mike said LeBron to the Warriors would be nothing more than a circus. The talking head spastics like Nick Wright would crown them as champions, and they'd be a 6 seed at best. I can see that team not being like too great, but I will say this. Despite their talent drop off, the Warriors have still been fighting these last couple years. If you give them 20 points and 8 assists a game next to Curry, they're automatically going to be a better team. And LeBron can still do 20 and 8 for sure.
Right.
So I think it would be fascinating. It would be a nice swan song for both of them. I don't think they would win it. I think they could challenge some West teams. I think there's a power shift happening in the West right now. But yeah, I just don't like him going back to LA. I don't think it helps him.
It don't help us.
Yeah,
it don't help us at all. Let us start with the Luka. Let us start with the Luka. But it's gonna be interesting to see who go get him.
Build around Luka and Reeves. That's what y'all should be doing.
If I'm LeBron, I go back to Miami. Real talk.
I was thinking that too, but that's a whole lot of not shooting jump shots on that team.
What about going back home to Cleveland?
No, I'm not going back there. I'm not
enough
going,
shooters.
No team that James Harden's on. No.
Yeah, that's true. Not enough shooters on that team, and yeah, James is there, so it's the same player in terms of like need the ball in their hands and they're gonna pass a lot. So you need shooters around them. I don't like. Look, it would make sense with the whole like send off and shit like that, and the team is good enough that it would make sense. But they're also trying to they're talking about trading Mobley and shit. I don't know what Cleveland's doing. I don't think anyone does, including the people in Cleveland.
So Kuminga's gonna become a free agent.
Oh my God.
This dude, bro, I would say that he's trying to fumble bags left and right, except Schroeder fumbled the biggest bag in history, so we can't really give him that title. But man, this dude, I vouch for bro, and he just is kind of making himself look like a dummy now.
And were you surprised that OKC picked up Lou Dort's option?
No, I'm not.
Not too much.
I am. I mean, I'm not because 17 is the medium, I guess. And he defends. I mean, so at much end you want to keep that defensive. Then you got Caruso that can play D, but Caruso, he ain't that big. Dort's at a decent size.
He ain't a spring chicken either.
He ain't a spring ticket either, but Dort's kind of, he plays his role, he plays position. I mean, there's no reason to get rid of him from that team, especially with Jalen. You don't know what he's gonna do. Everybody wants to Marcus Smart. Everybody wants to Lou Dort. You want those guys to play. Marcus Smart picked up. Oh my God! And then this man here, the man that keeps stealing money and going to try to steal some more. Kawhi Leonard.
So he need to go back home.
His trade talks is heating up.
He needs to go back home. He needs to go to Spurs.
So Toronto is his preferred destination.
Weird. Yeah, it didn't end well. It didn't end well with the Spurs, I guess. So he got sour on them. Cool. Go back to Toronto and ride it out in obscurity. Why not?
They Sham and Jake Fisher has already said Leonard has removed the Spurs from consideration.
Yeah, he moved the Spurs from consideration.
The Raptors as the only viable non-Clippers landing spot.
Yeah, because he said he'll sign an extension with both the Spurs and Toronto if they was to grab him.
Spurs?
Yeah, but the Spurs have probably eliminated themselves that we don't want him. Basically.
Gotcha. A surprise team is interested in him.
Who?
Detroit.
The Mavs.
Oh, yeah, the Mavs too. Yeah, heard about that.
They have an interest around them. Reportedly exploring a package built around Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, and picks.
Look, on paper, that's cool. I don't actually want him around Flag, though. I'm good.
Nah, not that attitude.
Yeah, he just doesn't love basketball enough, in my opinion.
You got to be real, though. They're brothers. New Balance gang. They're brothers. Marketing team, marketing scheme. Kawhi Leonard's part of New Balance. Who flies out New Balance. But yeah, like you said, maybe you don't want him being there with Coop. Because Coop's balling, and if Kawhi does what he does, hoops and then misses games, it kind of messes up, Cooper flag in the head. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really know if you're gonna get a consistent Kawhi. But the Raptors move is smart. I'm hearing that it'll be a little package around Brandon Ingram coming back to the Clippers. But any of this, I'm hearing that none of this can happen until the investigation. And then the investigation that they're in with Ballmer and the team basically saying that somebody's paying Kawhi and not the Clippers. It's still under investigation, so you'll probably hear his name in the next week. Finally, you'll hear about the investigation probably in the next week as free agency come around, and you'll probably get him traded somewhere. But I think that's what they're waiting for. This is a bunch of speculation where he wants to go right now. There's a bunch of teams that could use Kawhi Leonard's service. But yes, the Raptors are the top team to land him.
Yeah, I don't know. Kawhi's a weird player. When he's on. He's one of the best players in the world.
Quietly a great season last year. He quietly had a great season last year. It's crazy too, but you like Will said, we don't know. He's like he's the quiet assassin.
Yeah, he's too weird, bro. Also, you made a funny point about the New Balance thing. That actually makes me think that they won't pair them together because most sneaker companies don't like to have a star wearing their shoe multiple stars on the same team. They want to spread out their advertising. But yeah, it can still happen. It's just Kawhi's a weird guy, man. We knew that from the beginning.
So they said Toronto can offer multiple first-round picks and young players that like Colin Murray Bulls.
Also, like Toronto, you don't really have a bunch that people want at this point. So, I mean, I guess if Brandon Ingram goes, but if Brandon Ingram goes, then why does he even want to be there? Brandon Ingram's one of the reasons he would want to go there. So I don't know, man.
RJ Barrett is sending.
Barrett.
Porzingis returning to the Warriors for 2-year, $40 million deal.
That's a weird play.
And the ageless wonder, young Harrison Barnes coming back to the Spurs on a 1-year, $8 million contract.
Shout out to Harrison Barnes, man. I thought this man would be like one of the best players in NBA history when he first came in to North Carolina, and the hype was there. But overall, he's still playing a successful NBA career, still contributing in some ways, and I'm happy for him. Shout out to Harrison Barnes.
Man, never has one playoff series changed the course of a player's career like it did for Harrison Barnes. Harrison could not hit those open jumpers in that first run for the Warriors, and he was never the same. Like, he was slotted to be at least, like, maybe not a superstar, but like an all-star, like a multiple-time all-star small forward. And it just did not play out like that at all. Harrison Barnes is the MJ of Tobias Harris's.
He is. Absolutely.
He's pretty good, man.
He's not lying.
Honestly, that's all. I'm not going to lie. That's funny, but that's not even fair to Tobias Harris, who I think has always been a better player than him.
Tobias, baby.
Tobias is nice. What we got here? Oh, this goofy.
This goofy.
Who
you talking about? Goofy. Who's Goofy? Oh man, Goofy.
Arnold,
Goofy
bro.
up.
Yeah,
Carrying on.
Right. See, it's funny. Took was like, who you call it Goofy? Then he saw it. He was like, oh yeah, definitely a Goofy. For sure.
One flaw. This came on back. Oh my God, this guy, man, donkey of the fucking year.
Yeah.
So he has been released.
Oh, they gave him the release.
Yeah, they gave him the release.
That was a huge part of this, whether they were going to do that or not, because the prosecution was pushing to not have him released. They said he's dangerous to society.
And I think,
as far as the team.
Oh, the team released him already? Because they know. Oh, so they didn't release him from jail. Yeah, he's dangerous. Yeah, he's done, bro. They're throwing life at him. You know that, right?
Yeah,
they're trying to hit him with life.
They're trying to hit him with life. And if he wasn't a Lion at his court date, he would have still been in jail. They let him out on the strength of he's a football player, professional athlete. They were trying to say he was a flight risk. But judges basically said we're going to put him on a GPS monitor. We're going to keep him in tip-top shape, make sure he's good. And this happened. Can you get him off the screen, please? We don't even want his thoughts.
No. He's legitimately not allowed to be here. He's gone.
Yeah, he's not allowed to be here.
There's no way he waited for basketball to be over and then hopped on the show, talk about he was sick. Get out of here. Pack Dale up. Pack Dale up.
Hold on. He can come in, but we going to talk all we want to talk, or we going to give him a minute to talk. He only got 30 seconds.
He get a hard minute for everything he got to say.
Contact.
I got a timer ready. Every time. Set timer. Siri, set a timer for 1 minute.
What's up, Dale?
What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
What's going on, Dale?
Oh, he only saying hi to Coach. I see. Okay.
How you doing, Coach? Good to see you, man.
Pack Dale up, man. I can't believe he's here.
Arnold, he got his bond set. Got $1 million bond. Conditions on his travel and contact with the co-defendants. He faces 8 felony counts. And I think there was 2 who Will said that he's on life.
Yeah, they tried to throw life at him. Like, one of them's kidnapping. He pistol whipped the dude. They're throwing multiple kidnapping charges because every time you move somebody from one room to another, that's technically kidnapping. And if you hold them hostage, it's also a form of kidnapping. So they're gonna hit him with multiple kidnapping charges. He's gone, bro. He's done.
Didn't I think I heard that, and the guys that he kidnapped wasn't the guys that he was after.
Exactly. Nah, he just went crazy, bro. Yo, he basically went. Yo, you remember when they stole all of OJ's shit?
Yep.
It's OJ all over again. He ran him down, but the problem is he did it immediately. As soon as this shit was gone, he built his own team. I don't even think he called the cops. He built his own A team, and they ran down on these dudes. It's crazy work. You are a celebrity making millions of dollars. Why do you think you can still play GTA in real life? I don't understand what happens with these people.
What makes it worse is he did report this. He reported the theft to the cops, and instead of waiting,
he just put his team together.
Like you said, decided to put his own team together and said, "Hey, we're going to be the Detroit Lions of robberies and kidnappings."
Right at.
Yo, the minute I heard this story, I don't know if y'all seen this episode of Rick and Morty, but when Rick's recruiting a whole team and everybody he walks up to goes, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." Like, I feel like that's how this whole shit went down. Like, he just kept calling up his homies and they were like, "You son of a bitch, I'm in."
That's it.
So this kid is only 23.
Stupid.
Former first-round pick. He had to surrender his passport and has remained at his Tallahassee residence except for football and legal applications. So he's on a house arrest.
Well, he can't got no football obligations now. He's done.
Nope, he's done.
Almost done, baby.
Yeah, his football obligations now are going to pick up his shit. Like you're
Roll
out of here.
Tide. Roll Tide, baby.
He gonna get to the scan and his card ain't gonna work. They're done. His FOP ain't working in that building no more. They cooked, bro.
This kid was pretty decent. 18 pass breakups in 2 seasons.
No, he was Pro Bowl level. Like, I don't know if he made the Pro Bowl, but he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. And he was only getting better. Man, Detroit really Detroiting.
And they said that the Lions severed ties with Arnold immediately after his bond was set.
Yeah, exactly.
They saw the transcript. They were like, "This guy's not." Absolutely not.
They felt bad for him. They knew if he still held the leverage as a Lion, he can get out at least until the next court date. And I think that's what the Lions did to show that they cared for him a little bit. But you did too much in the shit, so we're gonna release you right after. And you're at home, you're in your crib for the time being. Shout out to the Lions for that, and shout out to the Lions for cutting his ass.
Hey, fellas, stop me if you heard this before. Extremely talented, really young Lions player doesn't finish his career in their jersey.
Barry Sanders,
Megatron. It's bad, bro. And
or they got wild. They wild out. What's my man on the wide receiver, Rodgers?
Oh,
yeah,
well, Rodgers
Rodgers
just got cracked.
Charlie Rodgers, what is he?
He might have wilded out later, but his real problem was he just the biggest bust because he got hurt, bro. His injury was fucked up. But yeah, they just can't ever. Man, Detroit's cursed, man.
See,
really
I tried Detroit. In Detroit, fans, I tried to give you my heart.
We gave him as
what,
much
3 years? 3 years?
2-3 years of fake juju. Like we tried to give him a part of our fandom soul, and it just didn't work for these brothers. They're cursed.
General Motors.
Back it up. Flint water.
Flint water. Dale, I got a question for you while we're talking football.
Mm-hmm.
When we make our debut of our SEC show?
During the season.
And are we covering SEC basketball?
We are not.
Really, Dale?
Then I don't want to see no SEC baseball either.
Why you doing me like that, Dale?
There might be. Depends on how LSU is.
We will boycott.
Will.
What's up?
Why you do me like that?
Yeah, because he
gave me the answer of during the season. For real?
Yeah, he like treated you like a stepchild.
He did me like he did with Jake, man.
I mean, I don't have a date, like, right? I
when the season starts. Thanks, Dale. So glad we wrapped that up.
Labor Day weekend.
There you go, Dale.
How about that?
There you go.
We should try it.
Ish.
Don't treat me like Jake, man.
Ish. There we go.
All right. But so we got. Well, I guess we can do this. We're going. I hate to end the show on
yeah, for real, on
bad notes, but had some pretty heartbreaking news today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Our guy, collectively one of the greatest running backs in league history, CJ2K.
Yeah, it sucks.
He's been came out. I think it was on Good Morning America today.
Yes,
and he revealed that he's been diagnosed with ALS.
You can see. I don't know if you remember during his career, but you can see something neurological was coming down the pipe later on. Every time he did an interview, he had like a tick.
Yeah. That's Tourette's.
Oh, he has Tourette's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that shit.
Yes.
That explains a lot. He's got it under control, though. He doesn't think about all these NFL players saying, "Wow, shit, he ain't."
Yeah. He said he first noticed the symptoms in 2025, beginning with weakness in his right hand and a declining grip. They determined the case to be sporadic ALS, which means there's no known genetic or family link.
Wow, that sucks. No link is terrifying, bro. That means we can all get this shit.
They said that this disease progresses rapidly to the point that Johnson now uses a speech-generating device controlled by eye movements.
Because it either goes forward, either goes frontwards or backwards. So either you can start from the feet up or the head down. And it's crazy because my girl's grandmother just passed away on June 9th after a battle with ALS. I was speaking to the gang earlier about it, and just the effects of when they first get it. You know, obviously they still normal to some parts, and then you start losing feeling in your hands as she did, and can't talk. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you're just trying to figure out what she's saying, and things like that. So when I heard this today, it just broke my heart, man, because it's like. A's don't have nothing. A number don't have nothing or nothing you can deal with. This man's 30. He's my age, just about a year older than me.
Right.
So me seeing this, and everybody's seeing this in the world. That we haven't seen him for so long, and then he comes on Good Morning America, and he has this, and he's already had kind of like his strength of his hands are gone already, and his voice is gone already. So it's kind of like the way I know it. It's hard, man. This sucks, man. It's gonna be a crazy ass road. Prayers to him, man. Stay strong.
So that's the sad part, right? I'm gonna just try to tell. We always got to cover that part, but I'm gonna try to touch on the things that like we're so positive about this player. This player is like we can talk about all the 40 times. You can talk about all the Randy Mosses. You can talk about Danny Green. You can talk about Deion Sanders, whoever, Bo Jackson, whoever. This is the only guy that I've ever seen outrunning teams in a stride. Like he wasn't even really running. Like you could see when he was turning it on versus when he wasn't. So not only was he faster than everybody else, but he had a better understanding than I think all the other speed guys in history. He had a better understanding of his angles and how he could delete the angles of the defenders with ease. And it was a pleasure to watch him. One of my favorite players. That 2,000-yard season was one of the funnest seasons of football I've ever watched for one player. Watching CJ2K, following every single week, whether I had him on fantasy team too. So having him on fantasy and just watching, again, him outrun entire speedsters jogging. He was one of the funnest players I've ever seen. Fastest man alive.
Wasn't he on the cover of Madden?
He did get a Madden cover.
Yep.
He Madden cover, track and field star as well. He was a stand-up track star at his high school. Finished second in 100 meters in 2004. Went to Eastern Carolina. Was the 24th pick in the 2008 draft. This man All-Pro in 09. Offensive Player in the Year 09. Three-time Pro Bowler, as we mentioned. The rushing leader in 09. 2,509 yards from scrimmage in 09. I believe that was the year he broke the record. Went to 2,000. Got 2,000. For his career, 55 rushing touchdowns, 9,651 yards, rushing average 4.5 yards per carry.
So when I tell you he changed the league too, it's like, trust me, we've had smaller backs that were great before. I think the number one small back everybody comes up with when you think about small backs is probably Barry. He's only 5'8", 5'9". Emmett was only 5'9". But those two were husky dudes. They were built. CJ wasn't, man. CJ was basically a slot receiver playing running back. I'm not lying to y'all. But he was that good. He was that fast. And yeah, man. Look, he got guys like you got Miami right now ready. Like they're giving the house to Achane and they're making him the number one back. This doesn't happen without a guy like CJ2K being in the league. Does not happen. It just doesn't. So yeah, shout out to CJ2K. I'd love to say get well, but we all know what ALS is about. So I hope he just has, for as long as he can, the best quality of life moving forward that he can have. That's all I really want for bro. And I hope his family is able to deal with this and go through the whole thing with him. Hey, man, we love you, CJ. You gave us a lot of joy, man, in your career, man. You're a good dude.
His estimated career earnings expected to be over $53 million.
That's a year in some contract.
Titans, Jets, and Cardinals for his career, 2008 to 2017.
Don't worry, I had him in every single jersey you could imagine in Madden. I love that dude. He's my favorite player to use in the game.
Who y'all got for shout-outs, gents?
I'll go with shout-out first. I got a couple news clips to put in there for a second. First off, Malik Beasley being indicted on sports gambling along with Ed Davis. Confirmed today.
Throwing games. He was throwing games.
Speaking of gambling, guess who was in the state of Massachusetts this weekend winning community tournament championships? Jonte Porter. Y'all know that name? The man that got bagged last year in sports gambling. Michael Porter's brother was at the Billy K 20K tournament in Lowell, and his team won the championship. And I was looking at it like, damn, he's still getting money any way he can. Shout out to Jonte Porter, dog. But shout out to the plug. Shout out to you guys on an awesome night.
Why?
Awesome topics.
What is you, Gamblers Anonymous? Why are you shouting out other gamblers, ruining the integrity of the game? What are you doing?
No, Jonte Porter's a dog. Because my man, this is what happens. If you're from the hood, or people in the hood know you, sports gambling to the hood is like, okay, you gambled. They might ask you, what the hell you do that for? You stupid, but that's it. So the other community is like, oh, he's a fucking piece of shit. He should never live again.
It's not about
it's not
the integrity of the game. That's not good in any hood. Like,
listen, my man said I'm only gonna make the veterans minimum anyway. I need to get some guap. Listen here, it's hard out there for him.
Hey, let me tell you, Took, you know this. If on the block you hedging and cheating bets like he did to the game, you're not making it off that block.
Listen,
you're not making it off that block. He cheated the game. He's throwing games, bro.
I'm gonna be real. You know why it don't matter?
You know,
it don't. I will go short 10 more seconds. The reason why it don't matter with him is because he was nothing anyway. He was nothing. The people that was gambling on him was the people that he was giving insight to.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Shout out to you guys, though. I love y'all.
Yeah, you already know. All love. Mike says, "Hey, Will. Fun fact: koi fish always travel in groups of 4. If attacked, koi A, B, and C will scatter, leaving behind the decoy."
Be a D boy, you heard?
I'm disappointed in you guys because you guys did not mention Big 3 basketball. I mean, you guys are like basketball central, and we didn't talk about Big 3 basketball. What's going on?
Who cares?
It sucks. Like it's
only thing I like about Big 3 is it's going public.
It's going public.
I like that it's a black-owned business and it's doing well, but like the league is nobody cares, man. They're all 1,000. It's like a rec league with players you know.
We'll talk about Big 3 next week. I watched the Big 3. I watched it this week there, and we'll come in next week with some Big 3 stuff.
We got you, Dale. We got you, bro.
Yeah, he keeps trolling about this shit. We're gonna make whole ass segments, hours long, of basketball. You're not gonna be able to escape. Watch it. Keep playing with me, Dale.
By the time we get done, he gonna be up here like Chuck calling games.
Yeah. We had him talking the other day. He was loving it.
Shout out to you fellas, man. Appreciate y'all as always. Shout out to my oldest daughter. She walked across stage Saturday. She got her bachelor's. Shout out to my youngest daughter. She my 3rd grandson is on the way at the end of this year. And but I got a thumb down though.
What's a thumb down?
Denver, Colorado. You suck. Your food's trash, and all your people look like meth heads.
Did you just recently go? Yo, you recently went, didn't you? Didn't go well?
Yeah, nah, that place sucks.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High.
And they're not kind to the brothers up there, man.
I've heard things. Yeah, that's rough.
Don't send Jalen Brown up there. Shit. Or NBA want to send Jalen Brown up there. Shit.
He'll fix it.
What's going to out tonight, fellas?
He's going to reverse gentrify Denver.
Check us out tomorrow for the chop up. We're going to be talking BET Awards, baby. Especially Drewski hosting.
Yeah.
Check us out.
Came down from the Raptors like this.
Yo, and shout out to Dale, man, because your man Zion is still the only person from his draft still on the same team that drafted him. So tonight's shout out.
Yeah, because they're waiting to see if he can play or not.
Zion, baby.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.